Hello everyone, and welcome back to Cracka's Creations Network. My name is Jared, aka Comfed Cracka93, and welcome here to Car Mechanic Simulator 15, as we're going to start our own shop. I got this idea off of Diesel Designs on YouTube. I was starting, just surfing YouTube, and found his videos, and he does a really awesome job on his series on there, and this kind of gave me the idea for this series, so I definitely willing to show appreciation to somebody that can do a really good job at presenting a game and make somebody else want to go out there and try it. So definitely go check him out. Stay right here on this series. We're gonna try to do it a lot like he did, and really walk through kind of a career. And then he does something really cool in the end where he gets to a point where he can't make any more money, where he'll just restore the cars. So I think we're going to try some of that, and we're going to do some of those things. We got the gold edition, so we got a lot of the extra packs and everything. So let's try this out. First I got to make a new profile here, and I have one already made up for Corn-Fed Cracker, but we're going to do just Corn-Fed Cracker 93. Let's do 2. And we're not going to do an export just because export is really difficult. As you can see, I have my other one here. I'm not going to go and mess around with that too much. We're just going to start a new garage on the regular standard game and try it out. So let's get right into this and try it out. Alright, so welcome to Cracka's Creations Network Garage here. As we're going to skip the tutorial, seeing as how I've already been through this, and already the phone is ringing. So I'll show you guys first kind of around the garage, all kinds of stuff you can do in here. I do have the max settings on for the PC. I wish they'd make this game for Xbox One, because I do like it. So, okay, we got our first job here, and as you can see, I went to the phone right here to select the job. The computer was what we'll use here to start off a lot to order parts, and there's another call coming through, so that means another job, and there is music on here, and I guess that it will flag on YouTube, so we're going to come over here, and we're going to turn that right off. Nope, I think I just changed the song. Hold the turn off. Alright, now the radio's off. Just because there's a lot of songs on there, I guess that'll flag on YouTube. So we're going to use this a lot, where we'll come in here and we'll buy parts. There's another job coming in. As you can see, if we want to buy things, let's say we wanted to buy a water pump, you just type in water in the search bar, and then you got your water pump options to choose from depending on what vehicle you're working on. So right here is the phone. We'll be using this a lot to select jobs. As you can see right here, this one's a little bit too high XP for us. So we're going to go ahead, and we're actually going to decline that job for now because, right now we have to have 1500 experience for that, and we only have 0 right now, and it takes a while to gain experience. And we got another one. We're just going to leave that one in there because we can always get to it later. But we'll take this job. This one says find and fix any running gear problems, list provided. And this other one is strange noise from engine bay, list provided. So we'll take this one first, and I'll probably actually accept both of them after we move on to the lift and work on both of them intermittently whenever we get a chance, as we're going through this loading screen here. That's the only thing I could complain about on this game, is the loading screens are a little long. Put that one on the left lift. I just went along and hit M, and then you can select where you want to move your car, and I selected the lift. So we're going to take this other job here, and we're going to put this on the other lift, and we'll work on these as we can. Some jobs doesn't require the lift, but most of them that I've seen have pretty much needed a lift. So we hit O here, and that opens up what we need for job things, and this is pretty easy. This is an air filter cover. So yeah, if we hit O, that opens up, the order information, what we need. This is where you would come when you want to finish your job down here, but we haven't done anything yet, so we'll go ahead and get in here. This says the air filter cover, so let's remove that clip, That clip's not too bad of shape. I don't know how the air filter cover could be causing a strange noise, but that's what it says. So we'll go ahead and remove these clips off the engine and the cover. It does say the cover is bad. We don't have the tablet yet that you can get, and you don't get that until you gain your first 1000 XP. So we gotta come to the computer each time, and that phone's gonna get annoying. So we'll find an air filter right there. Obviously it's the rectangular one. Let's go back to our car here. We hit 2 to go into assembly mode. Hold up there. Oh shoot, I brought the air filter, not the air filter cover. Well, first mistake already on the series. Air filter cover right there. So we already wasted money, but that's okay. Go to assembly mode, put the cover on, 100%, as we saw right there, and then we had to go and put these little clips back on. So like I said, not all jobs require a lift, but most do, especially when we start moving along in this series. But this job was actually pretty easy. So, and I think that's all we need to do, so we'll press O here. Air filter cover change, list provided. We made $89 on that job, so we'll go ahead and finish the job, and we made some money there already. So let's go over here, do the same thing. We'll hit O. So this needs a little bit more. Lower suspension arm, rear suspension arm, and rear wheel hub. So let's go ahead, pop the hood. We'll go over here to our lift, and we'll pick this baby up. It's pretty loud. We'll look underneath it here. And yes, as we can see right away that this right here is going to have to be changed. So we'll actually go right into this menu. We'll remove this part right here. There, we knew that one was bad. So now we're going to hit our 3 here. And this kind of goes into examine mode. This shows like, you know, any parts that were bad would show up in red unless they were parts that weren't discovered yet. So as you can see right there, you know, that's pretty good. Nothing else in red. So we need a lower suspension arm. So we'll go ahead, and a good thing to have when you're playing this game is a notepad. Like I have a notepad handy right here. So I'm going to write this down. So we need a lower suspension arm. Alright, so we'll go ahead and write that down as a part that we need. Because we're going to have to run back and forth the PC. As you move through the game, you'll actually get a tablet option when you get your first 1000 experience points. That's what I plan on getting first with our first 1000. You have stuff like you can speed up how long it takes to get nuts and bolts off, but I think the most effective thing early on is the tablet, because you don't have to run back and forth to the computer every time you need something. So it looks like this piece right here, the rear suspension arm, is bad. We'll check this bushing too. The bushing actually is pretty good, so we'll go ahead and move this rear suspension arm. And looks like the wheel hub in this tire is bad too. Yep, see the red on there? That means the wheel hub in this tire is gone. So, forget what the name of that was. Rear suspension arm. So I'll write that down as our part list too. Rear suspension arm. That's all wrote down. So we can go ahead and order that part in a second. So let's click on here. We'll remove our tire. Obviously this isn't how you'd want to remove a tire in real life, but because it's a game, who cares what you have to do in real life? It's pretty much why people play game. Remove the caliper. Diesel Designs is also, you know, pretty good when it comes to trying to keep things as realistic as possible. So I definitely appreciate that. But alright. So that's a rear wheel hub there. So we'll write that down on our list. Rear wheel hub. That's a mouthful. So we got that down. And I don't think there's anything else on here. Let's take a look. Nothing else red there. Anything red on our other side? Do not see any. And that seems to be what's on our parts list here. So they're all removed. I mean, you can get that parts list, but you can't get it once you walk away from the car. So let's see. Low suspension. Oh. We'll just type in sus. Yeah. Lower suspension arm, which would be right there. So we'll buy that. We need a rear suspension arm. Just a normal. There's no A or B with it, so it's got to be right here somewhere. Right here. And a rear wheel hub. Let's type in hub right there. And that looks like the part right there. So we'll go ahead and buy that. And let's go reassemble our car back here. So, rear wheel hub first. As we get that in there. We'll screw her back in here. Alright. We'll put our brake disc back on. That's still in pretty good shape. Put our hubcap on. Our brake pad back on. Our caliper. And then our tire. Star padding here like you would do in real life. Learned that from Diesel Designs too. Although I did know how to do that in real life, but he uses it a lot in his video. Alright, rubber bushing here. That's still good. And I don't think there's anything else back here. Doesn't look like it, so we will actually move up the car here. And I believe we took something off from up here as well. Almost certain. Yes, we did. The lower suspension arm right there. As we will put that back on. Screwing in these bolts. And I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that that finishes our order. And according to this, it does. So that job is done and out the door. Let's see if there's another fairly easy job right here on the phone that we've received. See, 1500 XP, 3000 XP. We're going to go ahead and decline that because there's no way. So it's pretty good. We finished 2 cars already. They keep coming in, so I'm just going to leave it. We'll take this job first. Put this one up on the lift, and then grab another car and put that up on the other lift. These load screens are killing me, though. That's like I said, that's the only thing that I could complain about. Let's actually see what this is right here. Front shock absorber cap, front steering knuckle A, and rear shock absorber cap. I might be able to get to that cap right here, but I'm not sure, as it doesn't look like it's letting me. On the wheel side on lifter. Doesn't make any sense though. So we'll go ahead and move that left lifter. Let's go grab that other job. So we have 2 right here. General running gear control and repair list provided, and rear repair all engine faults list provided. Let's take this one. It seems like there'd be more money in this one. It's all about the money. As we go through this loading screen again. Same type of car. Alright, let's open this up, see what we got here. Rear suspension arm, rubber bushing, and wheel hub bearing. That's pretty easy fix. We'll put that up on our right lifter. We'll get to this one first, as I think most of the stuff we need up on the lifter, so we're going to go ahead and lift that. Get away from it because it's really loud. Alright, right to our suspension. Looks like that rear knuckle right there has to be changed, so we're going to go ahead and take this tire off first. There's another order coming in for a repair job. The tire's off now. Brake caliper's off. Brake pad's off. Disc is off. We have to remove all of this stuff away from this. That's the only problem about doing a knuckle is that all of this stuff has to come off. All of it. And we got some stuff behind here too, so we'll remove that. Our outer tie rod. And our inner tie rod. Remove this cap that needs to be replaced anyway. Why won't it let me remove that spring? Am I missing something here? Oh yes, the sway bar. Remove that. I think that's a sway bar front end link. So let's remove this shock absorber here. And the spring. And the lower suspension arm. So yeah, that's the only pain, is you gotta remove everything to get to that knuckle. And now the knuckle is somehow floating in midair, so we'll remove that. And let's go into examine mode here, because it said something about a rubber bushing, and that shows up really well in red. Although I do not see anything else. We'll click on this tire. Doesn't look like there's any red in that. Let's go back to the car here. No, there we go. We got a cap here that needs to be replaced. Can we pull that right off? Yes, we can. We'll pull that right off. We'll go back into exam mode here. See if there's anything red showing up. I'm pretty sure it said rubber bushing, unless that's on the other car. Don't see anything else, so let's assume we have it, and I don't see anything else, so I think we got everything we needed for that car. Let's see what the parts list is. Front shock absorber cap, front steering knuckle A, and shock absorber cap. So I gotta write these down. Front, I think my pen's going bad. Shock absorber cap, front steering knuckle A, and rear shock absorber cap. So let's go over to the computer again. Let's go get our shock pieces first. Front shock absorber cap, rear shock absorber cap, and the knuckle. And that was A. Right there. Alright, let's head back to our car and finish up this job. Alright, we'll assemble. There's our brand new part. Put our wheel hub back on. Put our disc on. Our wheel bearing on. We're floating in midair again. We'll put this back on. Boom. Boom. Put our drive axle back on. Screw that in. Put our brake pad back on. Put our caliper back on. Inner tie rod. And I believe we got an outer tie rod right here. And is that it for that? I think it might be. No. There's definitely more. We need our shock. And where is it? How come it says something is missing? It doesn't really say that, but it shows. Oh, spring. Duh. Here. Boom. Front shock absorber. Put our brand new cap on that. Let's put our sway bar. Put that back on. Put our tire here. That needs to go back on. Boom. 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 And boom. So our front end, I believe, is all complete. As we move towards the rear end here, that needs to have some work done. That needs to be replaced. And is that it? Yes, it is. Finish our job here, and that car is out of the way. Now, let me see what this one needs. Not too much. I think we can finish it in this video without the video being too long. And I believe everything is in the back as we go into exam mode here. And yes, I see something right here. This piece needs to be changed, so we're going to go ahead and... Oh, it needs a rubber bushing too, I believe. But that doesn't look like the rubber bushing needs to be replaced here. Nope, that still says 70%. We'll remove that. And let's find where our rubber bushing is that needs to be changed. That could be over here. Or it could very well be up front. Go into exam mode here. Nothing. Oh, there is red in that tire over here, as you can see right there. And it looks like our rubber bushing is right here. So we'll go ahead and remove that. We'll go ahead and remove this tire, because it looks like we gotta get in here somewhere. So we'll haul that tire off, and yes, it is a wheel bearing that needs to be changed. We'll go ahead and move that drive axle and pull that wheel bearing out. And I believe that was all that was red in there. As you move along in this game further, it makes it harder on you to figure out what needs to be fixed. It seems pretty easy right now. Obviously, we have the exam mode, so we can go ahead and look at everything that's bad. So we need a rear suspension arm, a rubber bushing, and a wheel hub bearing. I think I can remember all that. Suspension arm, oops. Rear suspension arm like this. A rubber bushing. And a wheel hub bearing. Right there. So let's go put these on our car and end this video. We've actually managed to keep it down pretty well. Go into assembly mode there. Put that new wheel bearing in. Put that front drive axle in. Put our tire back on. Top first. Star pattern. Looks pretty good. And we do have a rubber bushing that needs to be changed right here. We'll go ahead and put that back in. And I believe that's it for back here. We need to go up here. We need to go into assembly mode again. Put this rear suspension arm back in. Put our old rubber bushing back in here. And I could be wrong, but I believe that is it. Our car order says it's done. Let's finish that job and send that car off. And it looks like we are done at the shop for the day. There's more orders here, which I might go ahead and put those on the lift. But for today, thank you guys for watching here on Cracka's Creations Network. Thank you guys for joining me in this brand new series in the garage here on Car Mechanic Simulator 15. And I think this is going to be a cool series. I definitely enjoy playing the game. I wouldn't say that I'm a huge gearhead, but it's kind of neat. I kind of a little bit entertained by it. It's kind of a odd game to be entertained by, I guess, but it's kind of interesting in a way. And you can do a lot of things as the game progresses. So join me next time right here on Cracka's Creations Network. Check out some of the WWE content on the channel if you're into that kind of thing. There's all kinds of content there. We got a Madden NFL 17 career mode series, as I am the quarterback of the New England Patriots. Check that series out as well. And thank you guys for watching here on Cracka's Creations Network. And we'll see you next time.